My commentary about the union objectives, as mentioned in the previous video, is that in a union, we always have differences. There are different groups that focus on different purpose. But if we don't look at the objectives in the bylaw, then many people would be realize that union is all about fighting for pays, fighting for overtime hours, fighting, keep fighting and fighting and fighting about the overtime. That is not the only objective. That is not the only way that we can keep the union strong. But if we're not careful enough, that the more that we only know that we think that the union objective is about getting pay higher and higher and higher pay, but then we don't have the majority of the people raising the voice about there are other things that the members want. Then we have only a focus group of the union committee that they don't even want election, and they only want to fight about overtime. Now, the more that they fight about overtime, that they think that that is the only way to fight for wages, then the more that they fight about overtime, the more they put pressure on management, and the employer, which is the management, has the power to suppress, and they would cause more pressure onto the rest of the other membership of the union, and which is in the long term, the more that we fight about only about overtime, the more the work conditions of the workers would be degraded. And if we don't have the voice of the people fighting for other things, which is that would be all around the way to, let's say, about the members would be gained more knowledge of their work. They would gain more experience of different varieties of the tasks, and they don't have the fairness in the workplace. Then the committee that would be focusing only fighting about overtime, sooner or late they will cause the management to, let's say, for example, the management would hire more people, cheaper pays, and slowly, the danger of keep continuing fighting about overtime is that the management would soon has enough of the people at the bottom, at the lowest seniority, and soon they would be focusing on to the chopping off, okay, continuing chopping off the performances of the senior people. They would target other conditions where that it would cause the conflict within the union even tougher, and it causes the management causes groups, different groups in the union would be fighting over just micro things, and soon that would cause a a very defective um union. So, in order to keep the objectives on track, the members, the majority of the members, has to be active. The members has to understand how the union works, So then they can have a better control of the contract and a stronger bargain with the management. And in return, that structure of the union would be continuing through a more knowledgeable members, more active. So how does that work? The the next things, when an active member of the union, if you want to be active in the union, then you have to be more knowledgeable. So in this video, I talk about the objectives of the union. Now, the next thing in the bylaw, that in order for us to keep the structure of the union, then the members that are active, you might have to join the education committee. This is an education committee that has been mentioned about. For example, some of the members would be asking the head office that they have these issues about differences between the groups. And the generic answer that the head office would tell you is that, we are working on education. We're gonna be helping the committee. The next committee would be more knowledgeable about the union. But where is that? Where does that knowledge come from? It all comes from the activities where the union members need to work together on the education committee. So next video, I would like to talk about the education committee in the union. Thank you for watching.